Welcome back to Binge Warmers. This is the show where we binge television shows. My name is Will.
I'm Steven.
We're watching Ben 10, obviously. We've gotten to episode 5. Drop us a like and a subscribe, and M&M's coming in the building with the...
Too much energy.
All right, well...
Where did the M&M's come from?
M&M's?
Yeah. Why is that part of the like subscribe thing?
How come Eminem never did like a multi M&M?
Because he's not fake, bro. He's not a seller.
I understand, but how come he never did like a red M&M and then the yellow featuring yellow M&M, and it was just him but doing different voices? I think it would sell though, wouldn't it?
It would, but he's not a sellout. That's what I just said.
You're right. If you're watching us here on YouTube or Spotify, you're going to notice that we're looking a little different. Our live shot is just not going to... our live shot, our wide shot.
Wide shot.
So, you can still got...
What did you call it?
A live shot?
I think they're technically all live shots.
No, it's actually pre-recorded.
We're not live.
What
was it? This has been recorded in a live studio audience.
Dude, if we had one, I would do it.
I'd just have the laugh sign.
Yeah. Laugh. Anyway, we're on episode 5, and we're making do. I think we got this fun little border. It's blue kind of border. Looks okay.
What's the name of the episode?
Hunted.
Hunted.
I really enjoyed it. It starts off... Well, let's do like an overview first. The message Ben learns in this one... Before we even say anything, this is my favorite episode so far.
It's so good. Probably the best.
It's tight. It
introduces a lot of lore.
There's a lot of lore.
You see Vilgax again.
You see Vilgax kind of setting up the main story, or the main antagonist role.
For season 1.
Yeah, exactly. And, you just see Tetrax for the first time, which is sort of like Ben's first alien friend.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, him learning.
Yeah.
And, he's becoming a better hero.
Oh, for sure.
Ultimately. I think the downfall of the episode is that it kind of wraps up a little quick.
It wraps up he uses his brain there at the very end. We get a little redemption for our least favorite alien, which is Gray Matter.
Gray Matter, the goat.
Yeah.
The greatest of all time.
His one episode where he's useful.
Yeah.
You don't see him being useful again until he fights the Forever Knights.
Oh, well, he's stuck as Gray Matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good episode, too.
Yeah. I forgot about that until I literally just said it, and I was like, oh, that is an episode.
The water park episode?
Yeah. Like, my mouth spoke. I didn't even understand what I was doing.
There you go. You just knew.
Built different.
The message he learns is that he should use his head, not his muscles.
Yeah. He's always wanting to go to forearms instead of saying, hey, maybe.
Which who wouldn't? I mean,
he's a 10-year-old kid. You want 4 arms to lift a truck, throw it to somebody.
We kind of had this discussion, too, while we were watching the episode. It's like, what does 4 arms not do? He can't fly, but he can jump real high.
Yeah, he can pretty much do whatever you need him to.
I guess he's not smart. He can't really.
He's just Ben's intelligence. So I guess
he's
not
dumb.
Below average intelligence.
There you go. Anyway, it's a really good episode. And I think it's got a cool setting. They're
out in the desert,
desert, mines, kind of. Anyway, I loved it, and we'll just get into it. The episode starts off, they're in the desert, and sort of like Aunt Vera's episode was the last episode.
They probably didn't leave. They probably just found a little area, and Grandpa Max was like, this is a good place to train.
Which is cool.
Where he gets that training material from.
Oh, it was just like trash. I don't know. And they were using cactuses for some of them.
Yeah.
Cactuses?
Cacti. I think it's cacti. I won't correct you.
Cacti. No, cacnea.
Yeah. Or,
Cacturn.
Yeah, Cacturn. Really cool. He would still stick to James, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
Yeah. The poor guy just had, the most harmful Pokemon possible.
But they loved him.
That was their own fault for loving him. But yeah, so we start off in the desert. Ben's training with Diamond Head. He's kind of making his,
Which, my favorite of the original 10 is Diamond Head.
He's your favorite for sure?
For sure. He's just so cool.
What's to love about him?
I mean, he's invulnerable. And
vulnerable.
He can morph his hands into daggers that shoot out or, blades or something. Yeah. He can put his hands in the ground, we see in this episode, and shoot the diamond out. You know
Tetrax
what I mean?
Does. Yeah.
So, I mean, he's just got everything. He's like 4 arms where anything you need him to do besides fly or maybe swim.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Could he make extra arms for himself with diamonds?
I think he could, honestly. He never does. Why would you make extra arms instead of just turning into
He's got 4 arms?
4 arms.
Yeah. Anyway, but he's training with and right off the bat, I said this is the best episode, but right off the bat, Uncle or Grandpa Max is like, use your head, Ben. Don't always use your muscles. And then like, it's just an obstacle course where he's throwing stuff at him.
Yeah, so it's like, what is he supposed to use his head for? Maybe you know what his head should have been saying? Hey, take out the guy who's launching the projectiles. You see Grandpa Max? Take him out. Ignore all this other stuff. They can't do anything without the controller. You know what I mean?
You're not wrong. That's what he does later on, I guess, kind of.
Grandpa Max is in the ICU. He's like, Grandpa, you told me to use my head.
Or it's just like
he's impaled with like 4 diamonds to the chest.
What is it, Toy Story, where he's like, you gotta use your head, and they like ram the guy's head through the thing.
They pull the diamonds out. They're like, this will pay for your medical bills. That's a question. So he shoots the diamonds, right? Or I'm just gonna keep calling them diamonds. They're not technically
like alien diamonds.
Yeah. Let's say he turns back into Ben. Do those diamonds just disappear? They don't, but shouldn't they just disappear?
I don't know, because he produces them anyway.
Yeah.
But it's not like that he if he just makes a diamond, it wouldn't just like go away. I guess like the diamonds.
You just overlay him later.
No, I like him here. They're kissing. Look.
The main stars of the show. No, we see a lot of Ghost Freak though too.
Oh, Ghost Freak's in this. There's some weird stuff that's going on with Ghost Freak too.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Basically. But they tried driving away, even though Ben gets clobbered by like a tire.
Yeah.
Even though he's made out of like diamonds.
Yeah, knocks him out.
I guess Grandpa Max is a plumber. He's pretty resorceful. It
was on a rope, dude.
Well, yeah, but he must.
It's not a hydraulic press that's launching that at Mach 4.
They do find a hydraulic press at some point. So.
That defies all laws of what a hydraulic press could do.
I love the show, but as we're rewatching it, I'm like, a lot of this stuff is kind of silly.
Yeah, I made that comment. Like, they have a lot of witty comebacks for 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
No way you're coming up with those, and you're not in the shower 10 hours after the arguments happen. And you're like,
I should have called him a crab cake.
Yeah, dude, that would have worked. Shown him.
I don't know. I love the idea that they're training though, because we even talked about like within the first or second episode, like I think it's probably the second episode, we talk about like how Ben doesn't really train with his aliens. He just sort of is already good with them.
Yeah, which makes no sense.
Like heat blast, he just knows how to do the tornado of fire.
Yeah,
or whatever.
In the second episode.
And so it's cool to see like he is training, like Ben or Grandpa Max. I keep wanting to call him Uncle Max because you said it the other day.
Yeah. He wanted to say Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben.
That's my uncle. When he cries, he looks like he's about to take a dump.
It's the best crying face of all time.
It's the worst, dude.
God bless Andrew Garfield.
No, not even. Don't you put some insult on his
Maguire.
name. Yeah. Andrew Garfield.
The best Spider-Man
is Andrew Garfield. No, you're right.
It's Tobey Maguire. Why do we always devolve into Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
That's why. Any chance you give me to rant on that movie trilogy, I will.
Anyway, we'll come to it there'll be another day.
There'll be a day.
So Ben's acting reckless and he gets knocked over. He's also like shooting diamonds kind of everywhere. Mm-hmm. He sprays diamonds and he hits Gwen's sunblock. It like gets all over her head.
Why Gwen is right there anyway? It's dangerous.
She's sunbathing. I mean? She just likes. From the Kraken episode, we know she loves to sunbathe.
Yeah, fully clothed. You know what I mean? She's in like what are they called? Capris?
Yeah.
And like a semi-long sleeve shirt.
A 3/4 length shirt.
You're going to get a mega farmer stand from that lady. Like, what are you even doing?
Not even like a normal, like to the elbow or to the
like
shoulder
a tank top or something would give you more, Weird.
Anyway, but he he's reckless and he says, "Oh, sorry." He's not really taking it serious.
Yeah.
And,
my bad. Yeah. His eyes go like super round.
My bad. It was that was good delivery.
Yeah.
Don't yawn on camera, bro. We're being interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when they realize that.
Well, they drive away, and then Ben or Grandpa like pulls over because something's wrong with the rust bucket. They found a leaky fuel line where one of Ben's diamonds went through. So at least it wasn't like it blew up the motor or something.
Yeah, there's a fuel line.
One of those diamonds could have done a lot worse. Yeah.
The fuel pump.
Fuel pump.
You got SpaghettiOs in your fuel pump.
Classic video.
Those aren't supposed to be in there.
What's almost like, how'd those get in there? But so they're at like this mining town, this like ghost town.
Oh.
And I was getting Avatar The Last Airbender vibes whenever.
When the eye guy attacks them, they're also in like a deserty area.
Oh yeah. Mr. Boom Man, Sparky Boom Man or whatever.
Yeah, that's what they call him. What is it? What's his name comes up with it? What's his name?
Sokka.
He's stupid.
Hey, what's an Avatar fan's favorite sport?
What is it?
Sokka.
Did you just come up with that?
Yeah.
I could tell.
That was good.
I could tell you just came up with that.
Thank you. You like it.
So yeah, conveniently they find just an abandoned town
to pull over and fix stuff. Gwen's like, my Google Maps told me that this is an abandoned. She just an explanation.
Exposition. That's what it was.
She's just an exposition master.
Yeah. So. Someone has to be, But at the same time, it was useless information. It didn't further the plot at all, so why should she even say it?
I do like that Ben's like, you're just like a talking book report.
Yeah.
And it did sound like, at least they made fun of it. At least they know.
They're self-aware.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's checking it out. Grandpa's like, hey, you should go check on Ben because he's a freaking idiot. And
he's going to
burn
do something
down.
Yeah. Burn the building down.
Burn the building. But he sees Gwen trailing after him, so he turns into Ghost Freak to try to scare her.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a good. Oh, we haven't the bounty hunters. We haven't even mentioned the bounty hunters.
What the heck, bro? You're slacking.
You go.
Yeah. So the beginning of the episode, you're back on Vilgax's ship, and you only see him through like a hologram, but he's got these three guys. It's like a claw man. We don't even know his name.
It's Crab.
It's Crab.
K-R-A-A-B.
Do they call 6666 in this, or we just know him as a bounty hunter?
I'm pretty sure Vilgax or
I don't
Tetrax.
think we ever hear it. You'll have to double check me afterwards. Editor, just add in if I was wrong or not.
Okay.
But yeah, you're introduced to 6'6", which is like this Japanese Boba Fett looking guy.
He's also like a predator almost because he's always wearing a mask.
Yeah.
But you see his face in the Race Against Time.
Creepy
or whatever.
arms, man.
Yeah, he's got like little shoulder arms.
Weird.
He's pretty cool. He's a good character. He's got a blade that's like a lightsaber blade, but it's a chainsaw on his wrist. It's
crazy.
Cool.
He's just decked out.
He's awesome.
And then you've got the crab guy, and then you've got someone under a hood. You don't know who he is, but they're all auditioning for this role.
And he sounds suspiciously like Diamond Head.
Well, you don't hear him talk till later.
Oh, yeah.
You just get the very weird, typically white guy voice for a crab man.
He kind of...
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
it's Billy West, by the way. He's a classic voice actor.
Really?
I think he's kind of doing a Boba Fett voice. Like before they changed Boba Fett's voice.
Yeah. But, so then Vilgax basically says you're auditioning to... Someone has to go get this watch, and whoever does can bring it back to me and get a prize. So they all fly down to Earth, and they're tracking Ben. And that's when you're introduced. You see the crab guy first when he's as Ghost Freak.
They all go through...
Oh, yeah, they find the abandoned training facility.
For some reason, they have like a little
training
device that tracks where the Omnitrix was last activated.
How do they have that?
I guess Vilgax probably gave it to him.
Yeah, but why has he not been sending like robots every day?
Well, he's been sending robots. And like in the next... Not the next episode, but the episode after, the Alliance.
I want to skip the next episode so bad.
I don't know if it's that... One of the next episodes in the season, there's...
No, because the next episode of this one's Kevin 11.
That's what we were talking about, not the Alliance. But one of the episodes after this, Vilgax sends some more robots down.
Right.
So you can assume he's probably sending robots here and there. We just don't see, not as big as the first robot.
Yeah.
Which it kind of feels like they power up a little bit too, because in the first episode we see Ben fight the robot, and it takes a lot of effort for him to fight this.
It takes like a whole half of the episode.
Yeah. And in this episode, the bounty hunter's just like one shot. I mean, one of the Tetrax, the guy in the hood, he basically one shots the
big guy that Ben fought in the first episode.
Yeah, exactly. So you get the sense that these are a little bit different class villains.
Yeah,
they're a little higher class.
Yeah, they know their stuff. They're ready for you.
They're more powerful, essentially.
Yeah.
This is sort of the anime moment where
exactly
you see Vegeta get beat up, and you're like, oh, okay, Goku's really got to step up and take this one.
Yeah. So you see, they see the training course, and that's when they start fighting with each other already. Because from the get-go, they don't want to work with each other. They know only one person's going to get that prize.
Yeah, and that's sort of Vilgax's fault. He should have just got one of them to go down. And
but
then
if one
they
fails,
well, he can just send another one later.
But if they all three go at the same time, they have a higher chance of success.
Or they just get right in each other's way.
That's true.
They get in each other's way so much. They fight each other almost as much as they fight Ben.
Yeah. They body Ben at the beginning, bro.
Oh, the
Knock
crab.
him out. Takes him, just slams him on the ground.
Okay, so we see Tetrax, the mystery bounty hunter. He picks up like a Coke can with the Diamond Head shard in it.
Yeah.
And he's already like, like he's suspicious, And he's kind of like rips one of the 6'6's little tentacles off.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't get in my way.
Yeah. Says some corny stuff about being like dismantled or something.
Yeah, I'll teach you the meaning of dismantled.
Yeah. Like, come on, buddy.
6'6", I don't know if we mentioned, he speaks like an alien language. But but yeah, the crab guy, he cracks me up, man. He's got this like, I think it is Boba
like
Fett.
suburbia dad voice is what I hear when he talks. I'm like, bro, you're from outer space.
I'm gonna put in a clip of Boba Fett talking from the original series, like before they, did the dub-overs and stuff. Yeah, like the new voice, like the clone voice they put in.
What if he doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me. You can say that again. A rock pile like this is better off space dust.
Which does a phenomenal job. He's
Morrison.
He's a great actor.
Oh, he's great. I just don't think you should be going back in time and messing with old movies.
Yeah, I mean it's Disney. What aren't they gonna do for money?
Lucasfilm did that before they got bought out.
I still blame Disney.
Somehow the mouse
had their claws in it. You know what I mean?
But anyway, the crab, he finds him. So flash forward back to when Ben turns into Ghost Freak.
Yeah,
he's. I love Ghost Freak too.
Such a cool character.
This is the first time we see his eyeball move around in his
which is so creepy.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
yeah. It's a really funny like comedy moment where he's talking to Gwen, and then the crab jumps up, and then he jumps up out of the floor. Yeah, and Ben's just like, "What's happening?" And then he's like, "Oh, I'll beat you up or whatever." And the crab's like, "Give me the Omnitrix," and he's like, "Okay." No. And then he just like pauses and his eyeball goes back around to Gwen and he's like, what's he talking about?
Yeah, and Gwen is like so rude about it, and he even says like, you don't have to be so snotty, dude. Like, like at this point, Ben's like, bro, come on, you can't be mean to me 24/7, give me some slack.
Well, I just love that like the whole reason he was Ghost Freak was to mess with her.
Yeah.
And now he's got to fight a big crab. But this is,
this is the first real threat that Ben's had to deal with.
Honestly, yeah, because like, I mean, one of his powers gets just taken away.
Yeah, he can't go invisible. He can't go through things anymore. Yeah.
He gets soaked with peanut butter.
Yeah, he gets gooped on.
It does look like peanut butter, right?
It does. Yeah.
But he can't, he can't phase through stuff anymore.
Yeah, so the crab just punches him.
He
straight
him with
gut
lasers.
punches. Yeah.
He bodies him. He's just. Whatever.
So he's on this hydraulic lift, though, and Gwen says the iconic phrase, Ben,
give him a lift.
Give him a lift. He pulls the lever. This lift travels at like Mach 4, bro.
It's like one of those videos where like they put like a little squishy ball and then the hydraulic press comes down and kills it.
Yeah, but that press is going like 10 times slower than the one we see.
And it's,
how the crab really lives through that, beyond me.
Well, he's a robot crab.
So, I guess.
I've actually looked him up because I was curious what his name was.
Yeah.
That's why I knew his name. He's from the same planet as Ripjaws.
Oh.
And I looked more into that planet. It's called like Pisces or something to do with, it's like a Pisces pun or something.
Yeah.
And it's an artificial planet, so it's not like an actual, like naturally occurring planet.
Yeah, it was made.
Yeah, you remember I think it's Ultimate Alien. You see it. It's just water.
It's a crazy cool planet.
But that makes sense because it's all gravity. Like there's like a cube of gravity in the middle.
I have to every time it happens.
Might as well.
Yeah.
But then like it's keeping all the water around it.
Yeah.
And the Ripjaws aliens kind of stay toward the surface, I guess, because they're just not as. I mean, they're more civilized. I mean, they look.
Than the crab guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well,
way more civilized. You're racist against those aliens.
If I saw Ripjaws own a crab, I might be
Ripjaws and the crab's like, he's obviously the higher intelligent life form than you.
But it goes deeper. Like, he's got body mods, and he even makes fun of 6'6" for having a gear head.
Yeah, so, and his whole body is modded out.
Literally. But, there's an explanation that I found, and this is one of the Man of Action guys said this. He probably said it like a con or
the
a
Man of Action guy.
The Man of Action said, he said, I don't know exactly at what point or whatever. I don't know what substance this actually has. But this could get retconned at any time.
Yeah, it's probably just like a fan thing.
Yeah.
Answering a fan's question.
But it's on the Ben 10 Wiki, which is a great source of information.
It's on the Wiki, it's true.
Yeah.
Wikipedia is a reliable news source.
Absolutely.
Okay, what any of my third grade teachers told me.
Those teachers need to back off, bro.
Well, dude.
You can trust most of it.
Yeah, you really can.
Anyway. So the crab, which is Kraab, spelled, I don't know if it's Crab, like a Martian man.
Oh, yeah.
Jones.
It worked once, and then you go to Young Justice, and every Martian has something like that. I'm like, okay, buddy. Yeah. There's so many ways you can say names on Earth, but in Martian, like, it's all the same.
Yeah. There's a Looney Tunes crossover with the Justice League, and
there was a Looney Tunes show where they were Justice League people. That was crazy.
Lunatics.
Yeah, that was. I want to watch that again.
We could watch it.
It's so good. probably not that good.
I don't remember much of it. I remember like it had like a dark,
so edgy. Dude.
Yeah, it was very
so
edgy. It's weird to take Looney Tunes to an edgy place.
I like it.
But there's there's exposition as if like the crab is just a crab. He's a giant crab person, but
yeah.
He's just a giant crab person, kind of like a crab with human facial features or something. And then they said in the war with the Pyrites, the heat blast people, he got messed up, so he had to get robotic parts put on.
Oh.
So that's why, and like I didn't know that the fish people and the lava people had a problem with each other.
Well, I mean, it stands the reason they're complete and polar opposites of each other.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl are best friends, and they are exactly what those two things are.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, right down to the musical numbers.
Do what?
Right down to the musical numbers, bro.
Dream.
Taylor Lautner's finest performance.
Finest performance for sure. But you know what's funny in that movie? He says, "You little bleep." Like he doesn't say "you little crap" or "you little shit," and they bleep it out.
Yeah.
He says "you little bleep."
Honestly, what's the studio called? It's like Freak or something. What is it called? The weird bobblehead guy who rides a roller coaster.
Oh, it's Robert Rodriguez's like production company.
They're not that good. We're gonna be honest.
They make some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Some big weird stuff.
Yeah.
Spy Kids 3, which I cut a clip into one of our shorts the other day. Of you were saying like Man of Action is the guy. And I just put up that clip of Elijah Wood.
Guy I saw Elijah Wood, bro.
I'm the guy.
Elijah Wood, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
The little cat and the little microphone.
Wood.
But the crab guy's he's probably my favorite of these three. I'll be honest with you.
Right. Really?
I like him a lot.
I really like 6'6".
I love his stupid white guy voice too, and he just keeps saying the most mundane things like "You'll never get away."
Hurry this up! I got an appointment to do my taxes later.
Oh, I also wanted to mention while we're talking about crab, I think it's an Alien Force episode. I'll put a clip in here, but he fights Big Chill, and he makes Ghost Freak go solid with that goop. But he doesn't do the same thing with Big Chill.
I think they have different properties of how they phase.
That's
Ghost Freak is a literal ghost, ectoplasm. He called it some sort of cytoplasm.
Yeah,
right?
he's like your. He said plasm was in the.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same for Big Chill. I think he goes Big Chill intangible in a different way.
Like he's so cold.
Which we find out later, Big Chill's actually a girl.
Oh well, I mean, I think he's probably asexual, like Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
Because he just can lay eggs. However,
impregnates.
Yeah, because I don't think Ben ever mated with any other Big Chills.
He just ate metal.
That was scary, dude.
Yeah,
he's like drinking the lava out of that thing.
The wild.
Crazy. I love that. I love Alien Force, man. It's really such a fun show.
Yeah. Ultimate Alien flopped a little bit, but it still had some good premise.
Yeah. Omniverse, again, parts of it are pretty good.
Unmentionable.
Not unmentionable.
It doesn't exist.
It does exist.
Unfortunately.
There's a lot of it.
No, get rid of it.
I think there's more seasons of Omniverse than there is the classic show.
Man, I hope you're wrong.
I think there's like 5 or 6 seasons of Omniverse. There might even be like 7 or 8 seasons, I'll be honest with you.
Anyway, so they get out of the crab fight after the hydraulic press. They run back to Max. And they're like, hey, we got to go.
Well, Ben wants to fight still. He's like, let me turn your forearms.
That's when he has that witty remark. He's like, I'll turn him into a seafood specialist. Like, bro, you're 10 years old. Where are you getting these comebacks from?
Exactly. But there's a bit of subtle grandpa lore here, too, because grandpa's saying, like the alien mentioned, he name drops the Omnitrix, and Gwen's like, oh, he called it the Omnitrix, or someone called it the Omnitrix. You know, they tell him that it's the Omnitrix. Yeah. And so I think they hear. Maybe Max doesn't know the word Omnitrix. Maybe he does. I'm not sure. I don't think he knows about the Omnitrix.
I don't think so.
But he knows that like they're after Ben, and I think he knows Vilgax is trying to get to Ben for some reason.
Yeah.
Because he knows the robots.
He knows Vilgax too. Him and him go toe to toe throughout their career.
And so that's why I'm thinking like he's seen the robots before, and the robots are after the Omnitrix. So he must think that Vilgax is. I think maybe you can argue that he maybe knows.
He learns Vilgax names later, and it's like a ghost because I think he thinks he like unalived Vilgax at one point.
I think he like sent him on a rocket, or he put him in the null void, or something
like that. Because when he hears that Vilgax is way ahead in the timeline.
A couple seasons ahead,
yeah. No, I think it's later on in this season because we see Vilgax by the end of it.
Oh, in the last episode.
Yeah. Well, you see him. So I think in that episode, the episode before, he's like, Vilgax, that's bad news. We need to help Ben.
He definitely knows about Vilgax, and that's kind of why I think he's like trying to get Ben to run away right now while he can, because Vilgax is nothing to joke around with.
Yeah.
But then 6-6 comes and he rips open the roof of the RV.
Yeah, come on, man. What'd the rust bucket do to you? You know what I mean?
The rust bucket takes a beating this episode.
It really does.
From Ben, from 6-6. Max slams on the brakes and then runs 6-6 over.
Rustbucket gets some revenge
in the funniest way possible.
Yeah.
Grandpa Max is literally like
satisfied.
Pull up the clip.
He goes, "Tee-hee, can't help being a Leo." You know what I mean?
I'm a Capricornicious.
He said, "I'm on my white girl summer mood." You know what I mean? Hitting every curb imaginable. Tee-hee, can't help it. On my way to Starbucks, going to Target afterwards. They've got a sale.
And then the crab's like, "I like you, white girl."
She looks at his legs and goes, "What are those?"
Oh my god. Anyway, that's pretty good. But they, 6-6 pops the tires, and then obviously he's indestructible. So he goes down they go down a mine shaft to try to get away from him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where Ben.
With abandoned mine shafts too, why are they not closed off?
I don't know.
Bury that garbage.
I guess it's just
I mean?
cheaper to not do it. I don't know.
Just set off some explosions, have it implode on itself.
But with what money? You know what I mean?
They're a construction crew. They've got C4, and any guy who's in a construction crew is not going to turn down the chance to use C4 or dynamite.
I mean, you're probably right.
I'd use some right now if you gave me it to me.
But it's expensive, isn't it? I mean, it's just going to cost
probably,
money.
but I'd still do it. Fireworks are expensive. You don't see me not buying them on 4th of July.
Well, that's not the exact same, is it, though? You're
blowing something up. It's the bare bones of it.
Maybe they think we can come back and get more gold later or something. I don't know.
Maybe. But yeah, so they fall down there. You get the crab guy back. He's always tunneling.
He's tunneling, even though he's from a water planet.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's fine. I think
tunnels through water, maybe.
Maybe he does that butt slam that the alien or the robot does in the first episode too.
Yeah.
He spins around, drops on 6-6.
He drops on him. I just hear Andrew Garfield's when he's going to attack that one guy. He goes crotch. And he throws it. When I see him just fall down, I just hear Andrew Garfield yell crotch.
That's exactly. But that's another example of the bounty hunters fighting each other.
Yeah.
They're not on the same side.
Like you said, they body each other as much as they beat the crap out of Ben.
I don't know if you mentioned Tetrax's gun nuclear
Bro,
explodes.
the explosive radius of that could level a city block, and he never uses it again.
But it was really cool.
Maybe he does it, and he goes, "I didn't know it could do that. I just got this gun a week ago.
That's too much.
Best to put that back. We'll
I'm
get
a
into
good guy.
Yeah. Almost lost my cool there.
With the Grinch.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's beside the point. He never uses his gun again, but he's got it.
I'm glad he doesn't.
Yeah. But then so 6-6 and the crab are chasing both of them, and Crab's like, what a pitiful excuse for prey.
Yeah, he clips the rope that they're on.
He tries clipping it, and 6-6,
oh yeah,
into him.
yeah. He's like, and then 6-6 chases after him, blows it up,
Yep.
and then again you see Max saying we need to come up with a plan, and Ben's like, I've got a plan. It's called the Watch. Watch this. You know what I mean?
Watch this, idiot.
Yeah, it turns
jumps off of the thing.
This is one of the first times we see him turn into the same alien more than once in an episode. So he turns back into Diamond Head, and he goes to try and fight. Gets demolished. Jumps on 6-6, and they fall down. 6-6 carries him back up, beats him up. The claw guy grabs him, throws him down, throws him into a wall kind of thing.
Yeah, he's not doing so hot. He's kind of he's getting some hits in, but he's not really doing.
He's not doing anything.
Yeah,
really. And so
these are robotic, alien beefcakes.
Yeah,
so it's hard to take him out. At least this first time he's fought him.
Yeah, and so that's when Tetrax comes in, saves him. Only saves Ben, doesn't save Max or Gwen.
Yeah, jerk.
Yeah,
I guess he only cares about the
they're
Omnitrix
expendable
right now. Yeah, they're just humans. Yeah.
Mm.
But he throws a gas bomb at 6-6 and Crab. And I kind of wonder, do these aliens breathe air? Do these aliens have to breathe anything?
Yeah, because they both got masks on. Tetrax doesn't, but
well,
I don't think they would because Ben turns into all of them. And besides the water thing with the ribjaws, they all breathe fine.
That's a good point. So are we trying to assume that most aliens
can just breathe air? It's too complicated of a plot point for a kid's show, I think. Try and factor in breathing.
I think you're right. I think it's more of a visual thing. Here's some gas. I'm not I'm taking an easy way to knock these people out and get Ben and go.
Yeah.
Also, the way Tetrax grabs Ben is the funniest thing. He kind of grabs him by the back spike, and he just kind of lazily, nonchalantly carries him on his hoverboard. It's so funny. It's just awesome. Like he's carrying a briefcase or something.
Come on, you freaking child.
Yeah. And then you get Tetrax trying to explain to Ben you are an idiot, and this Omnitrix is meant for someone better than you.
Yeah, and the whole time Ben's trying to like fight him.
Yeah,
and the guy's just easily deflecting everything.
Yeah,
you know, like, bro, come on, don't waste my time.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
good stuff. But I like the fact that Ben slowly realizes, like, oh yeah, you're a good guy. Like you're not gonna attack me. I think Tetrax even says, like, you're still alive, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like,
we start to get a little bit of a lore dump on the Omnitrix. This is the ultimate weapon of the galaxy, you know, it's good versus evil.
Yeah. An epic struggle.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Really starting to show the scope of what Ben's, like...
universe-wide.
Yeah, like what he's involved with is not just, oh, I'm playing with this cool watch. You know, there's major players on the board here.
I mean, I understand why you would want this, and especially if Alien X is involved.
Right.
But, like, is the Omnitrix...
What was he thinking?
What?
To put an Alien X in the watch to begin, okay?
Well, I don't think it's his fault. I think he categorized all the species. You just have to unlock them or something, right?
Why is it there?
It's there
Please.
So you can use it.
How do you even put an Alien X in that watch?
Okay, well, yeah, and... you know, way later on in like Ultimate Alien, he makes that sword for the Forever Night Sky, you know? Yeah. And it's like the ultimate power.
Yeah, it slices through reality itself.
I mean, Alien X can do that too. Why is he putting Alien X in a
Well, remember, he made the sword and he realized what it could do, so he built the Omnitrix as like the shield kind of thing.
Well, it was more so like, we're going to build this device so we can see how other beings live throughout the galaxy.
To make peace.
Yeah, it's
the
not
sword
really
was
a weapon.
A war weapon. He lost his love for it.
It's a good story.
There's just so many good stories. You know what I mean? There's so many good ones.
But anyway, so, you know, Ben kind of knows now, like, this Omnitrix is a bigger deal, and Tetrax could have said, like, there's a guy named Vilgax who's trying to get this.
I guess you don't dump too much, because then where are you going to go later with the plot?
Yeah, they could have name dropped Vilgax here, but this is the 5th episode.
Yeah.
And the way they see Vilgax is, like, amazing. Do you remember the first time they see Vilgax?
No.
It's it's the biker chick that's been melded with the robots.
Yeah.
And Upgrade takes her over.
Oh, and sees him.
Yeah, he's like talking. I mean, he's like in this big void.
But he doesn't mention that to Max, because Max doesn't hear the word Vilgax until Rushmore.
Yeah, I don't think Vilgax says, I'm Vilgax.
Oh, he just says, there's some creepy alien dude.
Yeah, something.
With tentacles. I think he says something that sounds like Vilgax, and Grandpa Max is like, no.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
It can't be. I know. We got to get through this boring next episode first.
The tourist trap one?
I hate the tourist trap.
I'll be honest, I don't remember much. I remember there was like a rubber band ball, and like the electricity guys are pretty annoying.
Giant paperclip, I think, or something like that.
Something, probably.
Big
giant thermometer.
Yeah. Everything was just giant. Wasn't even that cool.
Tourist traps stuff.
Anyway.
But yeah, so...
and that's when Tetrax finally takes his helmet off, and you see that he's actually a diamond head.
And it's such a great way to explain to kids, like, this is one alien of a species.
Yeah.
Like it's just
you can see other aliens.
Of
the same race.
And you know, it's because Ben says you're me. Like he's like he just doesn't can't process like, oh, there's other aliens like this out there.
Yeah.
He's just like you're me. And then the guy's just like, no, I'm a good like strong warrior.
Yeah, you're just a kid. Yeah. Which he doesn't talk about his race either. Do we hear about that in this series?
It might be
do we hear it in You know, it's probably in...
I think because they spend a lot of time together in the movie. But they also spend time with Tetrax before then, too, so...
Yeah. There's a few episodes with him in it. He comes
I'm pretty
back.
sure, yeah.
He's a good character.
I like him a lot.
He's like a big brother to Ben.
That's perfect. And he gives him a skateboard so he can, like, do some cool moves.
Yeah.
Which Ben never uses the skateboard.
I think they kind of lead up to that a little bit, too. They lead into Gwen, because when he gets the skateboard, Gwen's like, why do you always get the cool stuff? And in a couple seasons, we'll see Gwen get, like, a magic book, and that's when she starts learning powers and stuff.
I was looking through episodes. It's in this season.
She's I think this is starting to, like, foreshadow the fact that she's not going to be... I'm not going to say useless, because she's not really useless right now, but she's going to have a lot more punch to her.
She's going to be able to have, like, an ability, like a special, like, her own
She's not going to be left out.
And she's not like because Ben's got the watch. Obviously, he can turn into different aliens. Max is sort of like the plumber. He's
got the knowledge.
The knowledge, like a spy, kind of like he got all the gadgets and stuff.
He's the old grizzled veteran, you know.
And Gwen's like a magic. Like magic is such a cool balance to like science.
They retcon it later, bro.
I know. I don't like the retcon.
I don't like it.
Anyway. They kind of Scarlet Witch her later.
Yeah.
In the Omniverse, they're like, well, she is the purple glowy alien, but that also makes her magic better.
Yeah.
So they're like, she can still do magic.
Is that an Omniverse?
Yeah.
Oh.
Gwen's design in Omniverse looks bad.
They all look bad, dude. Kevin looks like a freaking
He looks like
derp.
A Tim Burton
his
goth
like
kid.
head, his chin, because his crimson chin at this point, bro. Bad designs. Anyway, so you get that towards the end, but you see Tetrax is telling him like you could have beaten these guys with one hand behind your back, kind of thing, and he shows it too.
He's like you don't know anything about this form.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't do much better.
Yeah.
Like he's doing okay, but he still gets whooped by 6'6".
Does he? No, he bodies both of them, bro.
He bodies them at first, but then they come back.
I gotta stop saying bodies. I've said it
bodies.
Let the bodies hit the floor. But no, he I almost said bodies again. He beats the crap out of them.
Well, he does at first, like I was saying, and
Yeah.
then he kind of like 6'6", like it has him cornered, and then Gray Matter comes and saves him.
Yeah, that's what our buddy mentioned this too. So that's when Ben decides, he's gonna go forearms on this second battle, but he says, you know what, I got to use my head, like everyone's been telling me. So he switches to Gray Matter.
Well, hold on, this is when Tetrax and Ben are talking, and then the aliens, the other two bounty hunters, come out with Gwen and Max. And
Max goes, "Get your hands off me."
Yeah, he goes, "Hands off."
It's so weird though too, because Max is a legendary plumber. Everyone knows who Grandpa Max is. But these guys don't know who he is, I think
he's
it's
more
just,
like Earth famous. Like he's more
No,
famous.
no. Even the aliens talk about him, bro.
I guess there's that one alien that he's
every
around.
alien, at least with Alien Force. I'm ignoring that comment.
Yeah.
At least in Alien Force, they any alien that talks about the plumbers, they know who Grandpa Max is.
That's fair. He's like one of the bigger deals in the plumbers.
Yeah. So like them not recognizing them, I guess it's something they just didn't think about at the time. But
it's just
yeah. So that's when Ben's like, I can take him, and Tetrax goes, no, I'll deal with this. You go on. So he like throws him. So
he just throws him.
The claw guy comes in. The crab
he needs his hoverboard.
Oh, they took his. He needs his hoverboard.
He needs his hoverboard.
Plot point.
But then he like runs in there and like takes it right away, and then he
it was a slow mo jump grab too.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, oh, he's about to do something, and then he goes,
like,
yoink, and he grabs the hoverboard.
Yeah.
He proceeds, beats up 6'6", beats up the crab, but like you said, they get their second win. They kind of knock him out. So the crab comes in to fight Ben. Ben's like, okay, I got to do it differently. So he switches to Gray Matter. Only time.
So Ben's hiding behind like a table.
Yeah.
And then he turns into he's looking through his watch, and he's like, forearms, diamond head, like heat blast, like what, who am I gonna pick?
Yeah.
And then he has this cool anime moment.
Yeah, where the flashback of Max and Tetrax. The conversation had moments ago. Tetrax.
It didn't need because we were all already understanding, like, because you hear it a ton.
Yeah.
And Max even says, like, use your head, don't do your muscles.
You don't need the flashback.
They don't need the flashback.
But it helps, whatever. So he turns into Gray Matter, and he jumps.
It almost looks like he's going to turn to Upgrade, though. And
I think Upgrade would have been better.
Would have been a better. Upgrade is, like I keep saying,
Upgrade to Gray Matter.
That's what I keep saying. Like, he's a bigger. I mean, he's got the super strength. He can shoot laser out of his little hole.
We don't learn that till later. When he does it, he's like, "Whoa!
Oh yeah,
I didn't know I could do that."
Yeah.
But so he jumps on him and he starts pulling the wires out of the crab's head. And our buddy literally said, imagine that's a human. He's just pulling out their veins, like their carotid artery.
He goes, there should be a nerve cell somewhere.
Yeah.
And he just like yanks out a bunch of robotics.
And the guy just falls over dead.
His head like spins around, like Exorcist falls over.
And then he goes and does the same thing to 6'6". It's this. I don't know if you noticed, the wires are the exact same. They've got the little beads on them.
They look pretty similar, yeah. I don't know. They could have been
lazy devs.
Well, it could have just been, I get like, okay, they both had the same weakness or something.
Yeah.
But like maybe he could have found some other way. He kind of pilots 6'6" for a second.
Yeah.
He kind of is like, I wonder what this will do. I guess he knows what it'll do.
Yeah, he does.
But
it's
he
like a smart aleck thing.
He pilots him into like a water tower, and then I guess that water tower falls.
Water bad. Like the Limax.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe this will work for this alien too.
Might as well. I mean, it does. I think it's just the force of all the water hitting them. But
yeah.
There wouldn't be water in that tower, would there?
There's no
after
shot,
all the time?
Dude. It's an abandoned thing. It's evaporated. But so he shows that. He shows that he can use his head. The only real useful time that Gray Matter, and you can still argue, like we said, that he wasn't even needed.
Could have been upgraded.
Honestly, you didn't even see the guy's got a huge vertical. He jumped from the ground onto the rafters above the crab. How'd he do it?
Oh, Gray Matter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's sticky like a frog. He can climb up buildings, I'm pretty sure. He's got like a frog or spider.
Yeah.
Hands.
So he shows that he can learn from his mistakes, beats him up, and then you see why he doesn't do it from the get-go. You see Tetrax throw out this cube that just sucks him in. Yeah. Sucks him in, traps him, he puts him in his pocket.
It's like the Phantom Zone.
Exactly.
Superman or whatever. It's specifically like the old 70s Superman movies where it's like a little triangle or whatever.
It's like a hexagon or something.
Something, yeah. But it's just like a little flat surface that they're kind of floating in or whatever. Yeah. It's the same kind of thing. It's like, how did
kind of morbid to think that you could be sent to the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. The Phantom Zone's a scary idea. Plus the Null Void is the same kind of way.
Yeah. No Void's cool looking though.
It is very interesting. I would hate to get trapped there.
You don't see something like that in the Phantom Zone until you get to Young Justice Phantoms.
Oh yeah, there's
then
like monsters in there and
stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the hunted episode.
Yeah, and then Tetrax was going to take the boy back, Ben.
That's true.
But I think he decides, you know what? You're kind of doing something good.
We can kind of talk about this too. I don't think he ever planned to bring Ben back. I think he knows.
I think he was trying to see where the Omnitrix went because you learn later he works for Azimuth.
Or he's at least, yeah.
And Azimuth has told him, hey, go find out where my watch is.
But, like, he says, like, he gives Ben the hoverboard, and Ben's like, oh, don't you need to get home? Don't you need to get back? And he's like, selective disinformation. And Gwen's like, he lied to you.
Yeah.
Because Ben's dumb. He doesn't get it. But
those out useless big words just for Gwen to sound smart.
Yeah. Well, he's an alien, you know. How he's even speaking English, I don't have the foggiest.
Yeah.
I guess that's just everyone except for 6'6".
Well, I mean, if he's working for Azimuth, he's probably got a universal.
I guess so. Did they ever say that?
That he's working for Azimuth? You see it at least in the movie.
No, do they ever say that he's got a translator?
No, they don't.
They ever mention a single translator?
Probably not. You just have
Doesn't
to.
matter.
It's a kid's show.
It's
kids that don't think, oh, how are they talking the same language?
It's like Star Wars. It's like this is just the common speech.
Yeah,
I can get behind that. It's fine.
I mean, yeah.
I guess 6'6" doesn't have the mouth capabilities to use common. He's just speaking like clicks and clicks and dolphin noises. Bug/dolphin noises.
I think we both kind of come to we both agree that he comes to the realization that Ben's doing some good with the Omnitrix. He's using it for what Azimuth intended, and that was to save people and become a bridge between people.
Yeah.
Between species.
But I think he's kind of like, let me see what this kid can do.
Yeah.
Like if he really can't handle it, then I guess I'll take it back. He still reserves the right to take the Omnitrix back.
Yeah, because he knows how to take it off.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
And that's another lore drop because we always wonder why can't he take the watch off. Because he's bonded to his DNA.
Yeah,
it's
not
the
just
only
as
way.
easy
Yeah,
to
it's
take
like a
it off.
symbiotic relationship between him and the watch.
Well, it's kind of a goo. Like it goos onto his arm in the first episode.
Yeah. Imagine the sweat under that thing.
Well, no, it's like
how do you wash it?
It's like part of your skin at that point. I think it is because whenever he turns into an alien, it like absorbs into his body. So I think it's just part of his skin. I think it's just melded on. Like there is no separating skin and Omnitrix.
It's gotta feel weird.
I'm sure it feels awful.
Yeah. Imagine. Also, it's got to mess with your equilibrium because he takes it off. You learn this in Alien Force. You know, he takes the watch off and he's just been. Imagine toting that thing around for at least a year, right? It's got some weight to it, so you're kind of like compensating. You literally feel like Goku when he takes the weights off his legs. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, this arm.
His left arm is like jacked.
Yeah, and it's not for the reason most 10-year-old boys' arms are jacked, if you know what I mean. You know.
Sick masturbation joke.
Maybe don't call it out.
Anyway, this was a good episode.
Yeah.
This was a fun episode, too, because Ben kept getting his butt kicked.
You start to learn you're not the biggest guy on the playground.
Yeah. And this is like an anime thing, too. Like when the hero gets beat, they always come back stronger.
Yeah. In this case, it's not really as cool because he comes back as gray matter.
Well, but that's the thing. Like, he can beat 10 different people. Like, I'm sure, like, Wild Mutt could have beat him, too, but it just would have taken him a different route.
Wild Mutt. Any other alien besides gray matter. Dude.
Oh, I wanted
Get him off my show.
No, he's awesome.
Canceled.
He's a little frog. There's a couple of things, too, I was just thinking about, like, whenever he's Ghost Freak and he turns into, like, invisible and he goes under the floor and he comes back up, the crab, like, can sense him somehow.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's seeing a heat signature. Do you think Ghost Freak stays warm when he turns invisible?
I don't know, but there's another thing, too, you see.
Ooh.
There's another thing you see, too, I think, because, like, when he turns back into Ben, he goes, you know, this is weirder than any other time I've been Ghost Freak. Alluding to the fact that there maybe not be something right with that alien.
Yeah.
So before that happens, when he's looking at the crab, he goes, buddy, you have no idea who you're dealing with. I don't think that's Ben. I think that's Ghost Freak himself
that
saying,
could totally
hey,
be Ghost Freak.
You know what? You better step off because I got tentacles in me. And they're about to mess you up, buddy.
My skull is upside down.
Got a little lick going on because he's got his tongue sticking out, you know, like Venom.
It's pretty creepy. No, but you know, in paranormal investigation shows like Ghost Hunters or paranormal, you know, whatever. Is that Ghost?
I don't even. There's one called Ghost Hunters.
Ghost Adventures, stuff like that.
Like that.
They're always like, oh, a temperature drop
Danny
in this
Phantom,
area.
if you will.
I think so. Yeah, because Danny gets cold sometimes.
Is it a joke? No, he always breathes when he knows there's a ghost
because ghosts are known to like raise and drop temperatures.
Yeah,
it's really just like anything unexplained is a ghost. But
yeah,
it's like there's a cold area over here. This is Ghost Adventures or whatever. They're gonna go. There's a cold area over here. This is a ghost.
Yeah,
like it's just
they see a ghost every episode.
Right. Exactly. So maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe it's like, oh yeah, he can drop the temperature. Maybe he's so cold that the guy can see him. Or something. I don't know. Yeah. That's just.
You seen that episode where they don't say a word and the guy says like supercalifragilistic?
Oh yeah.
And he goes, "Bro, I just said not to say anything." He goes, "Oh, so now it's a word, but last week in Scrabble it wasn't." Fuck you, Bill.
Is that that's BuzzFeed Unexplained or something?
I don't know. I just remember sending you like a meme of it.
That's a good one.
And I thought it was hilarious.
He goes
the sass in that.
They're like looking for demons, and he goes, "Hey demons, it's your boy."
How else do you approach it? You know what I mean?
I guess, yeah. I don't know. Just do what you can.
Oh, I can't wait for the Ghost Freak stuff.
Honestly, yeah, and the Zombozo stuff too. Like when he starts really just showing what Ghost Freak can do.
Mm-hmm.
He never possesses anybody. I looked this up the other day because I was like, could Ghost Freak possess people before he got out of the watch? And Ben mentions it at one point. He's like, oh, maybe he says something like, I can, control them with Ghost Freak or says something like that. But that's a pretty powerful ability. Like,
oh yeah,
to possess someone and like use their own strength against their own allies.
That's insane.
That's insane. That's a big get. Plus, Ghost Freak can go through walls and stuff. Can fly. I mean,
he's pretty OP.
He's got a lot of good traits to him. I mean, he's a good alien to have, and Ben rarely ever uses him. But
kind of creepy. Imagine because the whole time Ghost Freak's in there, like slowly gaining consciousness. So I bet you every time Ben comes out, he probably don't feel right afterwards.
That's fair.
I mean? Like he probably feels a little like something's off right there. You know,
that's so weird that like his DNA gets or his consciousness gets stored in every bit of his DNA.
Yeah. Ooh, wild.
And you know what's even crazier? I think it's after. It's either in. It's in the original series. He gets Ghost Freak back in the watch.
I think so. But let's not talk too much more about him because when we get to the episodes with Ghost Freak, we're gonna dive deep.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. So stay tuned for those because he's a great character in the show.
Well, he's a good villain too, which is
which it's such cool that he was an ally turned villain.
Yeah.
So he knows like all of Ben's like fears and stuff.
He's Ben.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever Ben times out that, I guess it just takes him enough transformations to be like to get his own sort of vibe.
Ooh, the nightmares he gets when he's like, "Let me out."
That's what I was gonna say.
Ooh.
Yeah, like the he's like Wild Mud or something.
Yeah.
Oof. That's another kind of
the kid. He turns into the kid, and it's like, oh, crazy. I can't wait for those episodes. We gotta get to them. Stay tuned.
We got a lot to get through. Thanks so much for watching.
Yes, sir.
You want to tell everyone that you're thankful for them watching?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm thankful for your likes, your subscriptions, your Patreons. Let's get a Patreon going. We should get a Patreon going. We're all about the money. All we care about is money. Pitch Perfect. We don't care about the money. No. We don't have to do it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you've liked this video, like Steven was saying, like and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. I'm not going to do X or Twitter. I'm not going to do it. Okay. You follow me at Malvanilla. That's fine. Yeah. I'll post about this. Tweet about it. Yeah. You don't have much social media. No, I don't have it. That's fine. I'm fine with it. I don't really care. So, yeah. Comment down below what you thought about the episode. Oh, which was your favorite bounty hunter? Yeah, that's a good one. Including the good guy, but if you all say the good guy, you're easy cop out. Yeah, you can't all say Tetrax. Yeah, someone's got to say 6'6". Represent the boy. Say Crab. If you don't say 6'6", we're bringing 7'7" on you. And then 8'8's showing up too, boy. Is there an 8'8? In Omniverse. Oh my God. They all three team up, and they I'm pretty sure it's the same, like they all fight with each other. Yeah, that's insane. Okay, well, until next time. Bye.